Hey guys, in this video we're just going to briefly discuss how the huge rise in mental illness in children today has everything to do with what goes on when a child is an infant or a toddler. So stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed yet, do that now before I get started. It's just going to be a brief video to get a conversation started in the comments section. So subscribe, hit the bell, and that way you stay up to date with all the latest. If you haven't had a chance to take the ACE test yet, I will put the link. It's free. Just click on the link and it will take you right to the test. That'll be at the end of the video. I'll make sure to give you the information for that, so stay tuned. But right now I just kind of want to briefly talk about the huge rise in mental illness diagnoses amongst our children. Like kids as young as 3 and 4 are being diagnosed with ADHD or defiant disorder or a number of other ones. And a lot of them are being medicated for these conditions. The frustrating thing for me is that this all can be prevented by how a child is raised from the time that the mother learns she's pregnant. Because yes, even the time in the womb affects the development of the baby. But especially after the baby's born, every little interaction that we have with the child, it's moment-to-moment parenting. So we have to stay intentional, we have to stay mindful, and we can't go into autopilot because every moment is affecting the baby for the rest of his or her life. So for example, when you hold a baby, how you're feeling affects the baby. Like the baby will take on your emotion, they can feel it. And I don't know if you believe in quantum physics or whatnot, however you want to believe about it, but the baby takes on our emotions. And the problem is that babies are completely reliant on nonverbal communication, which is what we are most unaware of. So if we are having a bad day, we might not know that our face is showing that to our infant, but the infant's looking up into our eyes and reading the expression on our face, and they don't know why mommy's face is sad. So what they do is they take that sad emotion onto themselves. And even though they don't quite understand, oh, this is my fault, they take it on as if it were their fault in the way an infant could do that. Body language is so important. Facial expressions are so important. And even our tone, the way we speak, even if it's not to the baby, if the baby's right there and we're speaking to someone else and we're using a tone that is, I'll just say negative, toxic, just to sum it all up. You guys know the tones that we use with certain people. The baby's going to absorb that and again, take it upon themselves. And that emotion is going to convey to the infant something negative. And so these are what we call invisible ACEs. And they're things that kind of go below the radar. We're not consciously doing them. It's not like we're throwing a toy across the room or screaming at somebody. These are things that are real subtle. And that's why they call them invisible ACEs, because there are things that impact our infants and toddlers before they're able to even tell us what's going on or even react. They're absorbing. They're just like sponges. They're just taking it on. And so then later in childhood, we see these psychiatric conditions popping up or these behavioral conditions popping up or learning disabilities. And they may look random, but they're not. It all goes back to how an infant was raised and treated and communicated with and nurtured or not nurtured. So it's super important. And like I said, it's not about blaming ourselves per se. I say this in almost every one of my videos. It's not about blaming ourselves. It's about being aware and being intentional from here on out. We can't do anything about what we've already done. We can help the child heal through it, but we can't change what we did. So all we can do is be purposeful and intentional to reconnect with the child on a level that we may never have before. Maybe we didn't know how. So it's just about doing better from now on. As soon as you know, just do better next time. All right, so let's get the conversation started right now in the comments. I want you to let me know if you've experienced this yourself with your infant, if you notice that he or she responds directly to your moods or your facial expressions or your tones of voice, and if it changes their behavior even for just that day or that afternoon. I want to talk about it because the more we can get this conversation started, the more people are going to be aware as parents. And so it's even helpful to share this video with moms who maybe already have children and are thinking about having another baby, or people who are pregnant for the first time, or mommies with little ones at home, that they still have those moments that they can affect the child starting now. So make sure and share the video. And if you haven't taken the ACE test yourself yet, the link is going to be in the description. It's free. So click on it, go find out what your ACE score is, and if you want to put that in the comments too. Of course, I always love knowing what people's numbers are. I'm a 5, so life started out a little rough for me, but I'm here now. It took me, 40 plus years to get here, but that's okay. That's okay. Everybody has their own timeline, same as you. It is never too late to start really living instead of surviving. And we want to make sure our babies get the best chance possible by starting when they're tiny. All right, guys, hopefully that gets the conversation started. So just jump in on the comments and just ask questions. If I didn't cover something or I left something hanging, ask questions to have myself or other people jump in and answer and just really talk about this, because again, it's about bringing awareness. And the more we talk and we get this started and share it with others, the more we affect change. And that's so important to me. Like at my age, I'm ready to start making a difference. And I'm sure a lot of you are in the same boat. So also, if you want to sign up for this week's giveaway, we do a giveaway every single week. Sometimes it's a surprise giveaway and I don't tell you what it is. And other times I show you what it's going to be. But you can do that at my page, Leah Theobald on Facebook. Very easy to find. So I would obviously love to connect with you there. I don't have an Instagram account yet, but I'll be starting that this week or next, because I know a lot of you love Instagram. I've had one before. I never used it. And I don't know why I didn't get into that medium. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. But anyway, see you next time. Thanks for joining.